Hey guys, welcome to Matt Drive Stuff. Today we're in a 2012 Mazda 2. It's a 5-door hatchback. It's practical, it's sensible, it carries 5 people quite well. I've had 5 adults in the back of this car before, got a little bit close shoulder to shoulder, but we all managed to get along fairly well. Starting off with the interior, the center console's all pretty well set up. You've got a CD player up here, your radio controls here, push to power on, air conditioning, that all works pretty well. You've got your gear selector just below it. It's set really far forward, which you get on a lot of these Japanese compacts now. I still find it a little bit weird, but I'm sure you get used to it with no problems. You've got a cup holder. You've also got power input and auxiliary input as well, so you can hook your iPod or MP3 player up. The dash is sent out, quite easy to read. You've got your tacho on the left, speedo in the middle, and this one's done 23,000 kilometers, so it's still pretty new. You've also got controls on the steering wheel. You've got stereo controls on the left and cruise controls on the right. Let's check out what outside looks like. Just kidding, I think it looks like a P. Anyway, it actually looks like a Mazda Fry. No, it doesn't. But it does have organic lines. You've got these, curves and everything like that on it. So it's, all pretty sleek. So it's not a bad looking exterior. It is a cute car. It's kind of targeted towards the more lady owner. Not to say guys can't drive it, but just as guys are more into sports and beating each other up, I think girls are going to be a bit more into driving this car. Nothing difficult to turn this car on. It's a simple key in, twist. The Mazda 2 has a 76 kilowatts, 135 newton meters of torque. It weighs in just a smidge over a ton, so it's a really very light car. You're not putting out a lot of power in this car, and that's not what it's about. You're not going to have blistering performance. You're going to have practical performance. You're going to have economical performance. Look, there's another Mazda 2, same color. The platform is shared with the Ford Fiesta, so you'll find that the Ford Fiesta has similar wheelbase, similar suspension, similar chassis. It's going to handle all fairly well, the same as one of these cars. It's a comfortable ride. It's easy to get in and out of. You can fit 5 people in here. You can, easily fit your shopping in the boot. You can fit more than that in the boot. You can drop the rear seats on this one, and you can fit quite a lot of stuff in here. Well, the engine doesn't have a lot of power. It is zippy, so it does mean that you can move yourself through traffic quickly enough, get yourself out of a bit of a situation if you need. I have been driving this car over some pretty rubbish roads, and it's handled it fairly well. It made it not so much a rubbish experience. There's something about this car, there's something that makes it a bit fun. These compact hatchbacks are made for the masses, for lots of people to buy them, for them to be really inoffensive to everyone. And by being inoffensive to everyone, they usually just seem quite plain. But this one's got some character to it somehow. The ride comfort in this is quite good. The steering's light, but the accelerator and brake pedals are what you expect them to do. They're not surprising when you push down on them. There's a bit of road noise coming through, but that's all right. I mean, you're not spending a huge amount of money on one of these, so you can't expect a Mercedes-Benz level of sound in here. One thing I was surprised to find out about these is new, they're about $17,000. This 2012 model today is about $5,000 or $6,000 less than that. So you're looking at between $10,000 and $12,000 for one of these. I thought that was a lot of money for it to drop in just a couple of years. So if you are looking at one of these, maybe buying a used one is the way to go. Now we're about to conduct an important test. How does this car handle a car park? Well, it's Easter Sunday, so there's not too many cars here today. Easy. And there just so happens to be another bright green Mazda 2, 2 cars over. Anyway, let's head out. And there's another bright green Mazda 2. I can't believe these cars are so prevalent. There's 3 in this car park alone right now. The one thing that does concern me a little bit about cars like this is they are incredibly easy to drive, they're really simple to get your head around, great for people to learn on, and that's all fantastic, but I think sometimes it can encourage people to be maybe a little bit too confident in themselves. It's still a ton of mass here. It can cause some serious damage to someone. I think, it kind of does encourage people who maybe aren't so into driving to, get behind the wheel a little bit more often than they would. And I think, when you don't really enjoy doing something, you're not going to do it as well as what other people who do enjoy it do. So, I don't know, that's just my little, skeptic's note on it. Anyway, there seems to be a reason that these cars are so damn popular. They're very good at doing what they do. They're a comfortable ride, they handle quite well, they stop and start quite well, they keep up in traffic, they're easy to park. They're just a very well thought out vehicle. If you are thinking about getting one of these, maybe think about getting a second-hand one. Just $6,000 in a couple of years. Seems like a lot for a car that only started off at $17,000 or $18,000. Anyway guys, make sure you leave me your feedback. Let me know what you guys think of the Mazda 2. Have you driven one? Have you seen one? Have you owned one? What was it like? Make sure you leave a comment below. Also, like the video, subscribe to my channel. Do all those things that you're supposed to do. What are we driving next? Good question. It's going to be a Honda S2000. It's going to be hectic. Catches. Another Mazda 2. Another Mazda 2. Another Mazda 2.